Dear beloved hearts, beautiful souls, welcome to the Sacred Heart Awakenings with Monica YouTube channel. I was intuitively guided to share a message with you about being on healthy relationships and the 5 signs. So we are definitely living in a time where there's so many changes happening at once, with 2020 starting with the whole pandemic crisis. And we're still going through the changes here on Earth for a reason. Now I'm speaking to the light workers and the star beings and those who are working for the light, those who are the most sensitive to all the energetic shifts that are going on at this moment. It is because you're being called to step up into your own power. And I'm here to remind you of that, of your own power that you hold within. I am Monica Bermudez, and I am an intuitive self-love spiritual counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. And just wanted to discuss about being in unhealthy relationships if you're going through some times right now, to see the signs of these changes, and also to prevent you from going into a dark night of the soul, or prepare you for it as it evolves. And it all centers around recognizing these unhealthy type of relationships if you're in one at the moment, and know that you're not alone. So everything that I'm sharing is for a reason and a purpose, for a part of a waking up process that is happening as well, from a spiritual awakening, a shift that is happening at the collective level, but as well as the individual level. So there has been so many cases, about 30% or so of unhealthy relationships, as statistics have shown in the United States. And there has been a rise and an increase in the divorce rate as well, as there's been unhealthy relationships, but other reasons as well. And most unhealthy relationships also equate to toxic relationships. Some, more severe than others, but regardless, it's still unhealthy. And some may be a little subtle, that it almost becomes unrecognizable, to the point that you don't feel satisfied or happy in a relationship that you're in at the moment. And speaking of romantic relationships. So before I begin, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do share a lot of love, wisdom messages that I get intuitively guided to share with the group as a loving guide to all of you, in support of the changes that are ongoing at the moment. So please, subscribe to the channel. So just to discuss the 5 signs of being in an unhealthy relationship. The first sign is if you don't feel that you are in alignment with your partner's soul purpose mission. It's just something feels out of alignment, and you both don't share the same values or the same goals in life, or similar goals in some ways. And it just becomes harder for each of you to even communicate with each other in so many ways because of that. The second sign is if you find yourself that it's very hard for you to open up and discuss openly any type of topic. It could be any type of opinion you may have about something. If you find yourself walking on eggshells around the relationship, so that you would not frustrate or annoy your partner, then that's a sign of being in an unhealthy relationship. And the reason I know is because I've been there. When I was going through, was before my divorce, that I started to realize how unhealthy the relationship was, when I would, for example, share some viewpoints or opinions on matters of religion, and how the other would just explode, even just sharing a few information about it, to the point that it was just very scary. And so, this is just an example of how it could be an unhealthy relationship. And you're entitled to share who you are, to be who you are, to be authentic as you are, because you hold your own power and nobody else can control what you want to believe or say. And it's all just boils down to working with your own higher self, your own inner self, and knowing that you have a right to be who you are, to be the person you come to be here on earth, and to be the one to shine the light. So nobody can hold you back from saying what you want to speak, your own truth, the divine truth. The third sign is when you don't feel that attractiveness that you used to feel when you first got together, or it feels like the magic is gone. It feels like something is just dead and it's just not there anymore. And this could be because maybe you've already served your purpose together in learning from each other, and it may be the end of some soul contract agreement that you may have had before you even were even born into this lifetime. And you have learned the lessons that you needed to learn. And when that happens, there's no need to force something into happening only because of what society says that, they may be others' projection of what their opinions are about a marriage. And that is just an illusion of so many ways. An illusion that now a lot of the 3D matrix is disappearing and fading away and transmuting more into the higher frequency of lights, which is the ascension process. So if you're feeling that, there's a sign from the universe that it is time for a change, a time for you that is calling you back to your soul. And that soul, you have your soul purpose within you. And your guides know, they are guiding you to tune into what that is, that it is time for that change in your life. And you must embrace the change and don't be afraid to face it and confront it, and really ask yourself all of these questions. Look at these signs that I'm sharing with you now and really analyze within if they resonate with you. Evaluate all of that within yourself. The fourth sign is when there's no mutual respect. And it goes in line or correlates with the previous three that I just discussed, where you, for example, want to share an opinion about something, or you want to share some perspective on something that you just, being a light worker, start being, and you just want to share all this information that you may be channeling or that you're feeling energetically, and you just want to openly discuss with someone your spiritual side of you, your energy side of you, and you just want to share that with somebody. It's like having a best friend. But if that other person does not respect all that you're doing and what you're feeling and what you're saying, or value it, then that's another sign of it being unhealthy. And so it's time to really look at that and just, figure out what it is that you need to start evaluating about the relationship itself. And the fifth sign is if there is no healthy boundaries in the marriage. For example, if you have things that you really love to do, like say you like to do a lot of meditation and you like to have that time to yourself in a separate room and just be able to be yourself and just meditate. But if somebody just keeps interfering during your meditation or interrupting you, or just kind of taking you out of your routines of the things that you really love to do from a spiritual aspect or hobbies that you love to do, then that's another sign that this is an unhealthy relationship. Now again, these are things to look out. These are 5 signs of it. And you deserve to be in a healthy relationship. We all deserve to be in a healthy relationship. And all healthy relationships, of course, start with us, within us. And a lot of those aspects, when you start to really evaluate if you're resonating with some of these signs itself, then you really have to start really digging deep in your soul and asking yourself what it is that you really want and what it is that your higher self wants you to do here on earth. So know that you're not alone in having to face some of this, and I'll discuss how you can prepare yourself for when entering the dark night of the soul. And you may not even be aware of it, but there's some part of it that's already starting when you do realize that you are being in an unhealthy relationship. It could be very heartbreaking, because if you spent your time with somebody that you felt that you love and that you just don't want to let them go because of certain fears and certain things of what other people may say or project and so forth, whatever may be the reason, just know that you have the power within you to make the change. It is your own divine will and divine right to be able to be that change in your life. And yes, fears will come up and worries, but they're all just an illusion. This whole world is an illusion. Everything that was designed in the 3D matrix has been an illusion to hold us and create more fear and worries in us. And you don't deserve that. You deserve to be loved, and you deserve to be loved. And that love starts from you. And know that you are not alone in this. So if any of this does resonate with you, please reach out to me. And I would love to discuss with you in ways to support you. I would love to compliment you with a Sacred Heart Awakenings activation session. There's an application below the comments that you could fill out, and we could determine if we're a fit for working with each other. But I would really love to support you in what you're going through and discuss in ways to support. So just want to tell you that you have the power to be the person you're meant to be here on earth. And we all hold that power within us. And we need you to shine your light now, because times calls for these changes. And it's calling all the light workers and all those who are way showers and leaders of divine warriors and light and love. And it's you who are listening to this message now, and you're listening to it for a reason. So I'm calling to you, the army of the light, to come and step forward fearlessly, and step forward with love, and know that love embraces you and holds you dearly and strongly. And so just to share with you how to prepare for the dark night of the soul so it does not become as severe, as I've experienced it very severely when I went through my divorce. So I definitely do care that you care and take care of yourself, and that doesn't become, I don't wish it upon anyone, the pain that I went through and the heartbreak, very intense heartbreak grief, which is what in a way it did give birth to the Sacred Heart Awakenings, which I'm so grateful. And that's why I'm here to support those who are going through these tremendous changes like I went through, tremendous shifts of karmic patterns and ancestral shifts going on, because it is our time to start shining our light. It is time to transmute all that within us, and that is no way to live. And so this is the time now to make the changes. So to prepare yourself, just take the time now to start going out into nature and spend as much time as you can in nature. Take a few minutes of that time in isolation and really tune in and do a meditation somewhere where you could just sit there for a few minutes, connect with your higher self, connect with the guides within you, and let them provide the guidance to you on what you feel is right to make the change. And then you take the divine right and the divine action to step forward with love, because your guides are ready to support you in making these changes, and you're making the changes for a reason, because we on earth and all of us, we need you. We need you to come and be a part of this team of light workers, this team of the army of the light. and to step into our own power and really make the changes here on this new earth, because the earth that we're on right now, the frequency, it has increased in vibration. And she wants to take us, the children of this new earth, the children of the light, to also vibrate with her at her frequency, the frequency of the fifth dimensional, the frequency of the ascension, the frequency of love, and that higher love, which you hold inside of you. And only you can hold the power to make those changes. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. And don't let even your own ego, or some people may call the mental thinking mind, talk you out of it, because you are powerful. And know that you are. And know this divine truth as being so, because it is so. And so I share this message now that was divinely guided and intuitively channeled, that it may help you, that you feel empowered, that you shine your light here on earth and be the one you were meant to be. We are the ones that we are waiting for. You are the one that you're waiting for. And you are the love that you're waiting for. And you are a perfect match for yourself. Because that's where it really starts. It's within you. You have it all within. And that is what drives everything else in the external world, which builds on the attractiveness of who you are. So I'm sending you so much love, and I hope this message helps you in so many ways. Love you all very much. Namaste.